it.
Oh, what a catch! Well, young, you little beauty!
Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Hello and welcome to the ANZ New Zealand Cricket Awards. I'm Laura McGoldrick.
And I'm James Gamble, and we're your hosts for this year's awards ceremony. Brought to you on this occasion in a virtual format as we continue to navigate the challenges of a COVID-affected season.
For the next 45 minutes, we'll be looking back at a wonderful year of cricket, recognising and celebrating the champions within it and awarding them New Zealand cricket's highest accolades.
We'll be handing out honours and acknowledging achievements for a year which included the Black Caps World Test Championship title, their qualification for the final of the T20 World Cup in the UAE, and spin bowler Ajaz Patel's amazing and historic 10-wicket innings bag against India. As well, of course, as the White Ferns beating India at home, the ICC Women's World Cup and our men's and women's domestic competitions.
And as well as that, we'll be toasting those in the community game, the young players, coaches, officials, administrators, and not least the parents and caregivers, all of whom volunteer their time and energy at amateur level to ensure cricket in New Zealand has a bright future. James and I will be seeking some insights from the winners throughout the show. And speaking of which, James, I'd love to know your highlights from the season.
Well, hard to go past a home World Cup for the White Ferns, despite the result, of course, an amazing occasion to showcase the best of New Zealand. But as you cast your mind back across the season as a whole, I go back to June last year in England, a 2-test series win against the English, first time in 20 years. And then, of course, that moment, Ross and Kane seeing us through on day 6 in the World Test Championship. Incredible scenes. Incredible
scenes. It was very special. We can't wait to revisit those moments and more throughout the evening. But we begin tonight's awards with our domestic competition honours, recognising the achievements of our best performed men's and women's cricketers across 5 different national competitions. First up is the Dream11 Super Smash Women's Player of the Year Award, and a chance to recognise the outstanding performer in what is undoubtedly New Zealand's fastest growing domestic competition.
Now, this was a close run contest. Susie Bates scored more Super Smash runs than anyone else, male or female. Amy Satterthwaite was also prolific with the bat, while Lee Kasparek and Jess Kerr were impressive with the ball. But our winner, and now the back-to-back winner of the Super Smash Women's Player of the Year Award, is Amelia Kerr. Amelia had a great season in both disciplines, scoring 346 runs at a strike rate of 115 while taking 17 wickets with her leg spin, including figures of 4 for 12 against the Magicians. Congratulations, Amelia Kerr.
That's a good shot.
That's a great shot.
Oh, another one. This time it is the wrong end.
It's just about enjoying my cricket for me, and I know I've worked hard and done a lot of work throughout the winter, so yeah, it was pleasing to go out there and score some runs and take some wickets, and yeah, I think I was able to do that because of the people around me as well.
Great scenes. The men's Dream11 Super Smash continues to go from strength to strength as well, attracting great interest and providing some terrific matchups while producing and promoting some outstanding local talent.
This year's competition was no exception. Henry Shipley topped the wicket-taking charts. Lockie Ferguson was also prominent with the ball, while emerging talent like Cam Fletcher and Dane Cleaver had hugely impressive campaigns with the bat. However, our men's Dream11 Super Smash winner for the 2021-22 summer is Wellington Firebirds captain Michael Bracewell. Michael was the runaway winner with proved irresistible throughout the campaign, scoring 478 runs at an average of 79.67, including an incredible 141 not out of just 65 balls against Central Districts, the highest score in the history of New Zealand domestic T20 cricket. Congratulations to Michael Bracewell.
Sliced. Is it 4? You bet it is. And what an outstanding 100 from Michael Bracewell.
Having a bit more experience at the domestic level now is certainly helping. I'm really enjoying my bowling and getting a bit more of a feel for the role that I'm trying to play with the bat through the middle there. So yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with where I'm at, and I'm just happy to be able to put in some performances to win games of cricket for Wellington, really.
Now, one of the key ingredients in any summer of cricket in New Zealand is you, of course, the fans. And no annual awards ceremony should be allowed to pass without giving cricket fans throughout the country a chance to vote for their favourite moment of the home season. Now, a short list of the most popular 10 moments was eventually agreed. Votes on those moments were tallied up, and this was the outcome.
Can she finish it off?
Oh, you betcha she can. She's going to do it in style. She'll pick up a boundary. She'll give her sister a hug and say, well played.
Down the ground, straight down the ground. There's no one there. It doesn't matter. It's over the boundary. What a way to finish it for Lauren Down.
He's edged it. Henry has 7. Surely he's nicked it. Yes, he has, says umpire Brown. Well, it was a perfect line, the perfect length.
And again, and that's bigger. 250 for Latham, and what a way to bring it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dream11 Super Smash champions 21-22, the Wellington Blaze.
Goes for it! Trent Ball's done it! Trent Ball's done it! He's at 6! He's led them to victory! I cannot believe what I've just seen! Trent Ball!
Today.
In the air, this will be taken, is it? No, yes it is! Outstanding! Robbie O'Donnell, it looked like it was going over his head. He stuck out his right paw.
Comes down the ground, hits it hard, hits it long, strikes it for 4. Will Young has a maiden one-day century. What a way to do it. Will Young, an innings of sheer class.
So some great memories, and the winner of the fan favourite moment was none other than Ross Taylor's fairy tale finish to his Test career in Christchurch.
Oh, it's gone straight up. Here it is. Who's under it? It's Tommy Latham. What a way to finish. Taylor gets his 3rd Test wicket and finishes his Test career in the most remarkable style. Look at the joy, the pats from his teammates. Can you write that script? You couldn't. What a finish.
I will never forget that. It was a spectacular way to finish his Test career. The Women's Domestic Player of the Year Award recognises the outstanding individual over both the Women's Dream11 Super Smash and the Halliburton-Johnston Shield competitions.
There were several players in the running for this award, including the Sparks off-spinner Eden Carson, Blaze star Amelia Kerr, and the two Kates, Sparks captain Kate Ibrahim and the Braves' Kate Anderson. This year's winner is Northern District's all-rounder Nancy Patel, an off-spinner who scored useful runs in both formats. Nancy took 11 wickets in the Super Smash and topped the wicket-taking charts in the Halliburton-Johnston Shield, taking 18 wickets at 17.83, with best figures of 6 for 25 against the Auckland Hearts. Well done, Nancy Patel.
There's some power from Nancy Patel. Has she got it up and over? Yes, she has.
This time down again, and she's got her! Brilliant! Huge wicket!
It's a huge honour winning the New Zealand Domestic Player of the Year award. I've become quite versatile this season, and I think I put that down to all the hours of work the coaches have put into me and supported me through my switch, I guess, because I was a pace bowler and now I've switched to spin. So I dedicate that to my coaches.
The Men's Domestic Player of the Year award recognises those players who have excelled with bat and or ball throughout the season in all 3 formats: the Dream11 Super Smash, the Ford Trophy and the Plunket Shield. This year was a remarkable one in this category, and because of that we have a very special result. Auckland captain Robbie O'Donnell led his side to the Plunket Shield title, scoring 502 runs at 83.67 with a game to play. He helped the Aces capture the Ford Trophy with 283 runs at 40.43, and also played a useful hand in the Dream11 Super Smash, scoring 227 runs at 25.22. On the other hand, Central District's batsman Tom Bruce scored 858 Plunket Shield runs at 143, can you believe it, including 2 double centuries, and along the way became the first New Zealander to score more than 500 first-class runs without being dismissed. Throw in Tom's useful white ball performances, and the judges found this pair impossible to separate, and so they didn't. The joint winners of the Men's Domestic Player of the Year award are Robbie O'Donnell and Tom Bruce. Congratulations to you both. We'll now take a short break, and when we come back, we'll announce our Community Cricket Award winners. Stay with us.
Kia ora, welcome back to the ANZ New Zealand Cricket Awards, and now we come to the Ruth Martin Cup. The late Ruth Martin was one of the great pioneers of New Zealand women's cricket and the first New Zealand women's Test captain. The cup, named in her honour, celebrates batting excellence across the Halliburton-Johnston Shield and the women's Dream11 Super Smash competitions. Once again, there was no shortage of outstanding candidates, with last year's winner Kate Ibrahim leading the run scorers in the Halliburton-Johnston Shield, Nancy Patel topping the wicket-taking charts, and Amelia Kerr and Lee Kasparek, amongst others, having fine seasons in both formats. But this year's winner of the Ruth Martin Cup was Sparks and White Ferns batter Susie Bates, who enjoyed a standout Super Smash campaign, scoring 504 runs at a strike rate of 115. No batter, male or female, scored more runs in this competition. Susie followed that up with a strong Halliburton-Johnston Shield season, scoring 218 runs at 43.6, with a top score of 138 against Northern Districts. Congratulations, Susie Bates.
Oh, what a shot that is. That is a great shot from Susie Bates. That is classy to finish the over.
Yeah, I think for me it was just simplifying it again and going back to what Susie Bates was good at, and that was hitting straight, and it was as simple as that. Not trying to add anything to my game, just mentally trusting that what I had was good enough and standing still and reacting to the ball, and I think that's the key for everyone, and I was able to do that for periods of time and have some success, so hopefully for the rest of my career I can remember that.
Wonderful ambassador for the game in this country. On to the Phil Blackler Cup now, operating from the mid-1930s to the mid-1960s. Phil Blackler was an outstanding leg spin bowler at both international and domestic level, hence the award for bowling excellence being named in her honour. This summer saw many fine bowling performances across both the T20 and 50-over formats. Nancy Patel stood out for Northern Districts, Amelia Kerr, Jess Kerr and Lee Kasparek impressed for the Blaze, and Emma Black starred for the Sparks. Sparks off-spinner Eden Carson, however, carried the day. Eden played a prominent role in the Sparks Halliburton-Johnston Grand Final with their win over the Blaze, taking 5 for 17 to end the season with 14 wickets at 11.36. She also starred in the Super Smash with 17 wickets, including best figures of 4 for 12 against the Auckland Hearts. Congratulations to Eden Carson.
Knocks her over. What a way to finish. That is impressive from Carson. She's got 2 and 2.
When I got the phone call saying that I received this award, I was actually milking cows at the time in the afternoon. I think that this has definitely been one of my better years for bowling in both formats, and that's not just looking at the stats but actually going through the motion, and I've grown a lot more confidence and belief in myself and being able to bowl in any part of the game.
What a fabulous young lady. Now, the Redpath Cup is awarded each year for batting excellence in the Plunket Shield and Test arenas. It was first presented in 1921. And last year's winner of the Redpath Cup was Black Caps captain Kane Williamson. This season, despite more excellent batting from Williamson and Tom Latham, and Plunket Shield stars Nick Kelly and Dane Cleaver, Devon Conway's feat of scoring a Test double century at Lords on debut and ending his maiden Test season with 767 runs at 63.91, including 3 centuries, really made him impossible to go past. Congratulations, Devon Conway.
That's gone all the way up into the bank.
He's on 99. He does get it. He gets it round the corner. Devon Conway comes back to Test cricket and comes to the party.
Pretty awesome season. It was just another great opportunity for us as players to go out and express ourselves. It's been a great summer. It would have been cool to have won that series against South Africa for the first time on home soil. That wasn't to be the case, but you know, we're looking forward to the opportunities that lie ahead.
Now, awarded for excellence in first-class bowling at both Plunket Shield and Test level, the Windsor Cup is also etched with famous names, telling a story of New Zealand bowling achievement from the time we played our first Test in 1930 until the present day. Over the past year, Carl Jamieson was again on fire. Neil Wagner was his impressive self. Matt Henry and Trent Boult were again to the fore. And of course, Ajaz Patel, who could forget, marked his Test summer with a historic 10-wicket innings bag. However, this year's winner is Tim Southee, who captured 36 wickets at 23.88, including best figures of 6 for 43 against England and 5-wicket bag against India at Kanpur and against South Africa in Christchurch. Congratulations, Tim Southee.
The finger goes up. Edged and taken. Great pair of hands. Tim Southee picks up his 200th Test wicket in New Zealand.
I certainly couldn't have done it without the help of the other guys at the other end, and I think that's one of the things that why we work so well together, is that we're all trying to help each other out and help your mate out at the other end. But yeah, it's just continuing to learn, continuing to try and get better, and just learning from the other class bowlers we've got in our setup as well.
The GJ Gardner Homes New Zealand Umpire of the Year Award was introduced 2 seasons ago to honour the outstanding umpire of the New Zealand Home International Summer.
This season, there were no shortage of contenders. Last year's winner, Chris Brown, continued to impress. Wayne Knights was another standout, and Kim Cotton maintained impeccable standards throughout the summer, standing in the final of the Women's World Cup. The judges' view was that in terms of accuracy and consistency, not to mention the outstanding manner in which he conducted himself throughout the year, the performance of Chris Gaffney was second to none. Congratulations to Chris.
On the pads this time, Nat's close and given. 3 reds, had a good decision.
Oh, that's close, that's really close, that's out! The finger goes up.
It's a real privilege. I'm pretty stoked to win such an esteemed award as this. I've been on the elite panel since 2015, so it's nice to fall back on that experience. We've got good support network around us. My coach is in Australia. He's very good to bounce ideas off, and you just work through the processes of a good day and a bad day, and then just stick to those processes.
Well, now it's time to celebrate the Community Cricket Awards and to acknowledge and pay tribute to the contribution of those responsible for growing this country's love of the game, the grassroots coaches, players, administrators, officials and volunteers.
First up is the Gillette Venus Cup Player of the Year, awarded to the outstanding young women's player over the past year. And this year's winner is Auckland and Whitefern spinner Fran Jonas.
The Gillette Cup Player of the Year, the award for the outstanding young men's player over the same period, goes to New Zealand Development Squad member and Otago Volts batsman Jacob Cumming.
The award for Club of the Year goes to Pleasant Point Club in South Canterbury. Well done, Pleasant Point.
This year's winner of the award for Volunteer of the Year goes to Jeremy Dean of the Eastern Suburbs and Wellington Wanderers clubs. Fantastic effort, Jeremy. Well done.
The award for Community Cricket Activator of the Year goes to Francis Stewart of Cricket Wellington. Fantastic work, Francis. You are clearly making a massive difference. Now, where would we be without our umpires and match officials who play such a key role in all levels of cricket? This summer's Official of the Year is Brendan Davis of Northern Districts. Congratulations, Brendan.
This year's Best Female Engagement Initiative Award has been won by the Cricket Wellington's Young Leaders Programme. That is an excellent result. Well done to all involved.
The winner of the award for Outstanding Contribution and Services to Coaching is Maria Lancashire from Sydenham Cricket Club. Congratulations, Maria.
The award for Outstanding Contribution to Cricket goes to Anthony Dejoux of the Celtic Cricket Club in Timaru. A true servant of the game. Well done, Anthony.
The Best Diversity and Inclusion Initiative is a new award for this year, and the inaugural winner is the Counties Manukau Premier League. Brilliant effort. Congratulations to Counties Manukau.
Another new award for 2021-22 is the Community Cricket Collaboration Initiative of the Year, and the winner is Canterbury Cricket. That's such important work. Congratulations to all at Canterbury. The final Community Cricket Award is the Sir Jack Newman Award for Services to Junior Cricket. And the winner this year is Gerard Finney, Otago Cricket. For the past 15 years, Gerard has played a massive role in growing the game in the Dunedin region, coaching, managing and selecting Dunedin junior cricket teams, as well as providing a voice for young players while chairing the Dunedin Junior Cricket Association for 13 years. Well done, Gerard.
Awesome. We're now going to take a short break, and after that break we'll recap on a scarcely believable moment during the past season, as well as celebrate those who achieved ICC honours. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to the ANZ New Zealand Cricket Awards. At the end of each season, we recognise those players who have retired over the past year after making valuable contributions to cricket in New Zealand. Let's start with the Whiteferns. Anna Peterson, or Wolfie as she's known and loved, made her debut against England in 2012, spending close to a decade in the international setup. She played 65 matches in that period, including 32 ODIs and 33 T20 Internationals. She claimed a combined 45 wickets across both formats, with a best of 4 for 25. Anna's best T20 bowling figures were 3 for 2 against Australia in 2017. In that match, she claimed the first T20 international hat-trick by a New Zealand women's bowler in more than 20 years.
Now to the Black Caps. Hamish Bennett was handed his first Black Caps call-up in 2010, taking 3 wickets on his one-day international debut against Bangladesh before making his Test debut in the same match as Kane Williamson against India at Ahmedabad. A member of the Black Caps World Cup squad in 2011, Hamish played a total of 19 ODIs and 11 T20s for his country, taking 33 wickets in the 50-over format and 10 in the 20-over game.
Neil Broome made his international ODI debut against the West Indies in January 2009, followed by his T20 debut against Australia. He was at his best in the summer of 2016-17 when he scored 228 runs in 3 ODIs, including scores of 109 not out and 97 against Bangladesh. He was called into the Black Caps Test side against South Africa. In total, Neil represented New Zealand in 39 ODIs, 11 T20s and 2 Test matches.
Anton Devcic played 12 ODIs and 4 T20 internationals for the Black Caps, making his debut in both formats against Bangladesh in 2013. He struck his highest ODI score of 58 against Pakistan in Sharjah in 2014, and his best ODI bowling figures came against Sri Lanka in 2013 when he took 2 for 33.
Anaru Kitchen played 5 T20 internationals for the Black Caps in the 2017-18 summer, 3 against the touring West Indies and 2 against the visiting Pakistan.
And finally, it's time to farewell 2 hugely influential Black Caps. BJ Watling, arguably New Zealand's greatest ever wicketkeeper batsman, retired from Test cricket on the high that he deserved as part of the Black Caps side that beat India in the final of the inaugural World Test Championship in Southampton. His was a truly outstanding career that spanned 75 tests and included 3,790 runs at an average of 37.52, with 8 centuries, a hand in 2 world record partnerships, as well as 265 dismissals. BJ also played 28 ODIs and 5 T20s for New Zealand.
Ross Taylor, who we will be speaking to later in the show, has been a mainstay in this Black Caps batting order since making his debut in 2006, rising to the top of New Zealand's run scoring and appearances charts, becoming the first cricketer in the world to play 100 internationals in all 3 formats. His 19 Test centuries include an amazing innings of 290 at Perth in 2015, which remains the highest Test score made by a touring batsman in Australia. Not a bad effort when you remember Australia had played their first Test match in 1877. Ross has also taken more catches, most of them at slip, than any other New Zealander in international cricket.
Last summer, New Zealand and world cricket witnessed a feat of such rare brilliance it had only occurred twice before in the 144-year-old history of the Test game. Black Cap spinner Ajaz Patel capturing 10 wickets in an innings against India at Mumbai. Only England's Jim Laker and India's Anil Kumble had previously achieved this, and both had been playing at home when they did so. Making this even more special was the fact that Ajaz was born in Mumbai and was playing his first Test at the historic Wankhede Stadium in front of family and friends. What a way to celebrate.
That one turned. Puchara didn't open his account. Played all over it. Virat, neither did he open his account. Akshar Patel was adjudged out, went upstairs. Oh, that's gone very high. Rachin Ravindra takes it. So it's all 10 for Ajaz Patel. What a day for him. Oh, it's been outstanding.
Fantastic. Fantastic. What a pleasure, what a privilege to be here to see this very, very rare achievement.
And the celebration of the Black Caps continued at the annual Halberg Awards when the captain of the team, Kane Williamson, was named New Zealand Sportsman of the Year, and the Black Caps were honoured as the Team of the Year. Not bad when you consider it was Olympic cycle and so many top quality contenders in the mix. So well done to Kane and the Black Caps. Each year, the International Cricket Council names its men's and women's teams of the year in each format, as well as other honours.
This year, 3 Black Caps were honoured. Kane Williamson was named the captain of the ICC Test Team of the Year. Kyle Jamieson was named in the men's ICC Test Team of the Year as well. And Daryl Mitchell was awarded the ICC Spirit of Cricket Award for his sportsmanlike conduct during the T20 World Cup. Congratulations to all 3, Kane, Kyle and Daryl. We'll now take a short break before announcing the final award winners. Do stay with us. Welcome back. We now move on to the ANZ International Awards. The White Ferns had a challenging year touring England and pressing against India at home before contesting the Women's World Cup, while the Black Caps, of course, had one of their best years ever, winning the inaugural World Test Championship and qualifying for the final of the T20 World Cup in the UAE.
We start with the Women's ANZ T20 Player of the Year. Last year's winner Amelia Kerr again performed well with the ball, as did Lee Kasperick and Hayley Jensen, while Susie Bates, Amy Satterthwaite and Maddie Green had their moments with the bat. This year's winner is Sophie Devine, who scored 118 runs in 4 outings at 29.50, with an overall strike rate of 113.46 and a top score of 50 against England at Hove. Congratulations, Sophie Devine.
Oh, that's big. Oh, that's even better. Punished down the ground by Devine. Oh, knocked her over, it's Devine.
Obviously a huge honour to be able to win this award. I certainly think T20 has been a massive part of growing the women's game. You know, we've got some exciting talent coming through as well. So a really interesting and exciting time for women's cricket. T20 is just going to get bigger and bigger, whether that's internationally or with the domestic leagues going round. So look, it's a really exciting time.
And so to the men's ANZ T20 Player of the Year. As we've just seen, the highlight for the Black Caps was, of course, their T20 campaign in the UAE. Several players stood out, not least Tim Southey, Devon Conway, Daryl Mitchell and Ish Sodhi. But the men's ANZ T20 Player of the Year is Trent Boult, who underpinned the Black Caps World Cup campaign with 13 wickets at 13.30, including a stellar effort in the crunch pool match against India. Congratulations, Trent Boult.
Again, will this be taken to Martin Guptill underneath it? Safe pair of hands. And 50th wicket for Trent Boult.
It means a lot, I think, from a bowling point of view, and what I try to do with my learnings is always trying to, I suppose, adapt and get better, and with the likes of the IPL and other various tournaments I've played has given me those opportunities to become a better bowler. So to be given the award is definitely something very special, and I feel very grateful to receive it.
Now, initially postponed and then threatened again by the COVID-19 pandemic, the ICC Women's World Cup 2022 was a triumph for resilience and a huge success for women's cricket, both in New Zealand and across the globe. There were thrilling finishes, nail-biting run chases, magnificent bowling performances, and not least some amazing feats of athleticism in the field. Despite the White Ferns missing out on the playoffs, interest continued to grow throughout the tournament, and the spectacle of Australia playing England in front of a sold-out Hagley Oval crowd in the final will remain in the memory for many summers to come.
Absolute cracker! Oh my goodness, this girl has got some special stuff.
Oh, what a catch! Toying with England's bowlers. Healy owns the Hagley Oval today.
Prize wicket for New Zealand. Oh, that is absolutely superb.
That's the catch. They have what they came for. It's the World Cup title.
The Women's ANZ ODI Player of the Year category also offered many well-performed candidates. Sophie Devine was to the fore with the bat, scoring a century against the West Indies in the opening game of the Women's World Cup. Who could forget that? Hannah Rowe ended that tournament with a 5-wicket bag, and Frankie Mackay proved useful with both bat and ball.
But this year's Women's ANZ ODI Player of the Year is Amelia Kerr. Amelia was consistently strong in both disciplines, averaging 61.55 with the bat, including a highest score of 119 not out against India, and took 16 wickets at an economy rate of 4.98. Congratulations, Amelia Kerr.
In the air and out. Nice piece of bowling. Oh, there we go. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. That's all the way. Swept hard and flat for 4. What a shot, what a way to bring up a second one-day international 100 for Amelia Kerr.
And Amelia Kerr will join us now live from Wellington. Amelia, a huge summer for you. I want to start, first of all, congratulations, but what's it been like playing a World Cup at home?
Yeah, it's pretty special, and it doesn't really happen often in your career. So to play at home in front of family and friends, it was incredible. And despite the results, I absolutely enjoyed my time. And yeah, it was awesome to see the support and the amount of fans that have grown, I think, from the World Cup and supporting women's sport and cricket and the White Ferns.
Millie, congratulations from me as well. You're taking on more responsibility as a batter now. How are you finding that sense of, is there pressure involved with an all-rounder role?
Not necessarily. I absolutely love my batting, so it's been awesome to be able to do both. And I guess the great thing about being an all-rounder is if one doesn't go so well in the first innings, you can make a difference in the second innings. So yeah, I absolutely love my batting and hope that I can keep contributing to the team, both with bat and ball and in the field.
You're only 21 years old, which makes both James and I feel slightly old. But one of my proudest moments from that World Cup was watching two young gentlemen walking around the Basin Reserve when you played Australia there, wearing J. Kerr and A. Kerr shirts. I thought that was just awesome. But how do you stay fresh? There's so much cricket to be played. What do you do to make sure that you stay fresh at all times?
I think I'm quite lucky in that I'm still young. It still feels like the start of my career, and I absolutely love cricket. So training, playing, it's not a chore for me. It's something I thoroughly enjoy. So for me, it's quite easy, and it's quite easy for me as it's what I love to do, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So I guess every now and then you've got to mentally reset, but yeah, for me, I love training and playing, so it's pretty easy to get myself up for it.
Fantastic time to be at the top of your game. There are opportunities all across the world with international leagues now as well. Amelia, do you enjoy testing yourself against the best in different places around the world?
Yeah, it's been awesome to be able to play overseas in Australia and England and a few exhibition matches in India. And I just think it's awesome to see the women's game growing so much and to play alongside people from around the world as well, where you can share a changing room with them and learn off them and play in different conditions. So it's definitely helped grow my game, and I've learned a lot from all those leagues around the world.
Well, Amelia, I want to thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again on your award and all your success over the past 12 months. You are ANZ ODI Player of the Year, Amelia Kerr.
We'll now take a short break, and when we come back, we will announce the final awards. Do stay with us. Hello again. The Black Caps had a short one-day international campaign this year as cancellations and abandonments reduced their appearances in this format to just 3 games against the Netherlands. Still, there were some mighty performances. Blair Tickner and Matt Henry captured 4 wicket bags. Martin Guptill made 106 in the final game. And of course, Tom Latham struck that remarkable counter-attacking 140 in Game 2.
In that short series, however, opening batsman Will Young was the player who most caught the judges' eye, bookending the games with an innings of 103 not out and 120 to end as the player of the series. Congratulations, Will Young.
Bang. Halfway out the bang, just like that. Will Young
comes down the ground, hits it hard, hits it long, strikes it for 4. Will Young has a maiden one-day century. Will Young comes down the ground and brings up a second one-day international century.
It feels great. It's obviously a bit strange having only played 3 one-days this season to win an award like this, but you've got to take the opportunities as they come, and it was awesome that the Netherlands could come here to wrap up this New Zealand home summer, and yeah, absolutely stoked to get this award and to wrap up the season.
The Black Caps marked, along with the White Ferns World Cup win in 2000, arguably the most famous achievement in New Zealand cricket history last year, when they became the game's first ever World Test champions. After beating India in the final at Southampton, it was a stunning performance throughout from the New Zealand side and ended in the best possible fashion, with the soon-to-be retiring Ross Taylor hitting the winning runs. Let's take a look back at the highlights.
I was pretty nervous leading into that World Test Championship final.
Seeing the joy on everyone's face at times still don't feel like it's sunk in yet.
We know well that, you know, in finals things can take all different turns at all different stages.
I think his exact words were something like, if you asked me 15 years ago if we'd ever achieve this, I'd tell you you're dreaming.
Oh, right on the toe, given 5 for Kyle Jamieson.
It's taken to test match cricket like a duck to water.
Bowden, beauty from Shammy, gets the length right. India on fire.
Got him. Ishant Sharma strikes. Game on.
Oh, close, surely. That is a beautiful piece of bowling from Tim Southey.
Jamieson has got him twice in the game.
And the wickets are tumbling.
But Wagner has probed, he's prodded, he never gives in.
New Zealand have bowled India out for 170.
That's close. That place is given. A huge moment in the game. 5 million New Zealanders just breathed a sigh of relief.
Whips that one away and how appropriate. In 21 years of heartache, some bare margins for New Zealand, living proof that sometimes nice guys do finish first.
Still gives me the goosebumps.
Oh, no.
Oh, what a moment. The final category award today is the ANZ Test Player of the Year. And given the events of the past 12 months in which the Black Caps, of course, won that inaugural ICC Test Championship by beating India in the final, there was much discussion over the most deserving candidate.
Now, Tim Southey and Kyle Jamieson were consistently impressive, and of course, Ajaz Patel made history and announced himself to the world with his 10-wicket innings bag against India, while Tom Latham and Kane Williamson performed strongly with the bat. However, while having sleepless nights over this one, the judges felt the performance of Devon Conway was the most deserving. Devon starred on debut with a double century against England at Lords and made 2 more centuries, both at home against Bangladesh, while amassing, get this, 767 runs at 63.91. Congratulations, Devon Conway.
Oh, that's a lovely shot from Conway. And there it is. Test 100 number 3 for Devon Conway, the little left-hander who continues to score runs like there's no tomorrow.
What it means to me winning the ANZ Test Player of the Year is just a really special feeling. Test is definitely the pinnacle of cricket, you know, it's the purest form. It's the one that challenges you the most mentally, physically. Never thought I'd ever be sitting here one day saying that I'll win this award. So yeah, I'm really grateful to win it, and yeah, it's a real proud moment for me.
Ross Taylor has played a key role in the Black Caps' world-class performances over the past 8 or 9 years, and in combination with his current captain Kane Williamson, formed what Brendan McCullum once described as the best 3-4 punch in world cricket. Appropriately, it was Ross with Kane at the other end who hit the winning runs in the Black Caps World Test Championship final against India last year. There are many Ross Taylor innings that will live long in the memory, not least his 154 against England in the second test at Old Trafford in 2008, and as already noted, his famous 290 at the Wacker against Australia. But one of his most memorable knocks will remain his astonishing 181 in the 4th ODI against England in 2018 at Dunedin, when despite a leg injury, he helped chase down a target of 336 with 3 balls to spare. Ross played his last test against Bangladesh in Christchurch in January and helped his team to a win in memorable fashion by taking the final wicket with his, shall we say, part-time off-spin, sparking celebrations amongst the team, the Hadlee Oval crowd and the wider New Zealand cricket family. Let's take a look at the highlights.
I don't know what I'll miss the most, but when you played in this team for so long, it's going to be strange, watching and thinking, oh, Ross is not at first look.
Brilliant for Ross Taylor. 1 out of the top drawer.
He goes through cover, a moment to savour for Ross Taylor, the first New Zealander to make 200 against Australia.
And this man deserves everything he gets from here on in.
A remarkable innings from a remarkably good young player. Highest score by any visiting batsman to Australia. Taylor gets his 3rd Test wicket and finishes his Test career in the most remarkable style. Ross Taylor must be proud. New Zealand must be prouder still.
There's not a dry eye in the house that day. And look, there may not be today, I'm not sure, but we have Ross Taylor joining us now. Ross, congratulations on a superb career. It's been a privilege to watch as a cricket fan, but has it sunk in yet that you've retired now? This is the end?
No, not yet. I think when people ask me how it feels, it sort of feels like it's the end of the season. I think it will hit home when the team walk out at Lords, watching it from my own room bed, 10 o'clock at night, I think it will start to hit home a bit more than it is at the moment.
Ross, there are so many memories. We've touched on a few and we've seen just a few throughout the course of the show. How special was it, though, to hit the winning runs in the inaugural World Test Championship? Such an historic moment for New Zealand cricket, for New Zealand sport.
After 2019, how close we got there, I never thought I'd get an opportunity to play in another World Cup final. So to go out there to get it on day 6 as well, I mean, there was so many ebbs and flows in that match. To be out there with Kane, to hit the winning runs and to say you're finally a world champion is something I'll never forget, and definitely got to be up there with one of the highlights of my career today.
Your numbers are prolific. You go down as one of the greats. But Tests, ODIs or T20s, which is your favourite format?
Oh, I'll sit on the fence. Test match is definitely my favourite. 2020s is great fun to play, but one-day cricket is probably my best format, so sorry for sitting on the fence on that one, Laura.
You're allowed.
Which part of being a full-time professional cricketer do you think you'll miss the least?
Probably being not out or on a pier or something. I won't be missing that anytime soon. There's sleepless nights, but there's definitely going to be moments that I'm going to miss. You know, we've touched on it before. Whether you turn up and it's a green seamer, wondering what you're going to do. Is the captain going to win the toss or lose the toss and get out there? I'm going to miss, you know, representing my country and miss the teammates. The camaraderie you hear from a lot of past players who have retired, that's what they miss, and I'm sure I'll be no different.
We've seen a lot of past players step into the commentary box with retirement. What are you thinking you're going to do? Will we see you in the commentary box again, Ross?
I'm struggling to keep a sentence here, Laura. No, I've got a few things in the pipeline, and I've had a little bit of a touch on commentary. I've enjoyed the stints that I've done, so never say never. The game of cricket's been really good to me, and it'll be nice to give back in some sort of way over the coming years.
Ross, congratulations on a marvellous career. Thank you for providing us with such happy memories.
Thank you.
The Bert Sutcliffe Medal is presented each year to someone who has given outstanding services to cricket. It is regarded as New Zealand cricket's most prestigious of its non-playing awards.
This year, the Bert Sutcliffe Medal goes to former New Zealand women's test batter, manager, selector, coach and historian Penny Kinsella. Penny began her playing career with Central Districts in 1981-82 and later played for Wellington until her retirement in 1996-97.
She played 6 tests for New Zealand with a highest score of 53 and 20 ODIs, including the World Cup final in 1993. The daughter of Test and ODI umpire Dave Kinsella, Penny is a teacher and was a driving force behind reintroducing cricket for girls at Onslow College in Wellington, where she is currently employed as deputy principal. She has fulfilled many voluntary roles in cricket since her retirement as a player, including managing teams, coaching provincial, New Zealand A and South Island teams, as well as squads, and 3 stints as a White Fern selector. She needs to lie down.
Yeah, she does, as do you after that. As well as this, Penny was actively involved in the amalgamation of the New Zealand Women's Cricket Council and the New Zealand Men's Cricket Council in the early 1990s, and more recently was part of the project team compiling the history of women's cricket here in New Zealand. Penny assists Cricket Wellington with selecting and coaching age group squads and mentoring players, and is on the board of the Cricket Museum based at the Basin Reserve. What a CV.
What? You're making us look bad, Penny. Wellington awards the Penny Kinsella Trophy annually to the most valuable under-19 player. Our sincere congratulations to Penny.
So I got a phone call. I was in my shared office at work with other people going, really? So it was a lovely phone call. I was just so humbled by it because the things I do because I want to do it for people. So I want to recognise and keep people from the past involved so that they can continue to be proud of what they've done. But I also have a real passion for developing young players. It's just been my one sadness that I haven't developed a New Zealand cricketer out of that, but it could happen. I've got one on the go right now. A lot of our identity is wrapped up in the international game, but I feel that we need to take the flow that's coming from this World Cup and really build on it like we've never built on it before. Have to say it, first woman. So come on, let's get some more women onto that list because there are women doing amazing things for cricket in New Zealand.
Well, folks, now we're down to one, and it is the Supreme Award. The Sir Richard Hadlee Medal is awarded to the player whose performance and contribution, in the opinion of the judging panel, has excelled beyond all others. Last year's winner was Kane Williamson.
Not surprisingly, given the year we've had, there were several contenders for this coveted award. Not least Evan Conway, who's already been named Test Player of the Year, and Kyle Jamieson, who backed up his phenomenal form last season with 30 wickets at an average of 25.66. Amelia Kerr and Sophie Devine had stellar seasons, and we've already talked about the heroics of Ajaz Patel, whose storybook feat with the ball against India was easily impressive enough to be mentioned in the same breath as the man this award is named after. This year, the judges have voted for pace bowler Tim Southee on the strength of his sheer consistency throughout a season in which he excelled at home and abroad, in helpful and unhelpful conditions and in all formats. Already named as the winner of this year's Windsor Cup Award, Tim captured 36 Test wickets at 23.9, including best figures of 6 for 43 against England. He has now taken 338 Test wickets, 23 fewer than Daniel Vettori, and 93 short of the record holder this award is named after, Sir Richard Hadlee. Please join us in congratulating Tim Southee.
Oh, that's close, that's really close, that's out! Oh, chopped off, Southee with a short one. Oh, knocked him over!
Edge catch it, yes, they got 3! Oh my golly gosh!
The individual awards are really nice to accept, but I think it just shows that the way that we work together as a group, the way that we've played our cricket for a long period of time has been great to be a part of, and being able to win games for our country is something that's very special, and I guess receiving these awards are very special, certainly the Sir Richard Hadlee Award.
Congratulations again to Tim. And James, that brings us to the end of today's ceremony. It has been a privilege to honour so many deserving players, officials, administrators and of course the volunteers.
It certainly has, and we look forward to that continuing over the next judging period. Also, we'd like to wish the Black Caps all the best for the ICC T20 World Cup in Australia, and the White Ferns our best wishes for Commonwealth Games success in Birmingham. That's all, and farewell from the ANZ New Zealand Cricket Awards.